your guys, Geo, the age-old phrase, it's no longer a nicety, but a necessity.
Yeah.
We're seeing that, yeah.
Okay, but it's not just a case of, I mean, you've got to put lots of. I come to you guys. I like what I'm hearing in terms of DigiFabster. I can get quotes out super quick, but there must be a lot of. First of all, I get a free trial. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yeah.
But is there a lot of data, and and it's not just putting that data in, because you're, and maybe this over to Const as well. You mentioned algorithms in the background, so there's a lot of sort of maths and science in the background to work out how you're quoting at the moment. Is it realistic? Is it profitable? And then it can point you in the right direction. Take the what's the right word I'm using here? Sorry, it's on the tip of my tongue. Inconsistencies out of quoting.
Yeah, so one of the very important thing that we're doing at DigiFabster is, again, we're trying to basically fit the shop pricing. So not like we are, generating some average pricing based on some, average parameter, something like that. So it's always shop pricing. So how exactly shop do their pricing? Of course, it's powered by, again, our technology. And what we asking at the very beginning when we're starting to working with the customers, something that we're asking them is provide us with with a bunch of the models. Well, we start with 10 models, 10 prices. We have very impressive tool called price matching tool. So basically we asking shops to upload this data, they data into the tool, and this tool can automatically come up with algorithms. So basically, again, we use this data, use this pricing, use this cat models to automatically come up with all the pricing algorithms that then allow you to basically use our tool online. And of course, you always have an access to the back office where you can adjust your pricing, adjust your variables. It's super transparent, so you can see all the variables, you can see all the pricing component, and at the same time you get the benefits of this instant experience for your customers. So again, it's really designed to fit manufacturers and how they approach parts pricing.
Okay, so I'm assuming the initial step's going to take a bit in terms of getting that right data in there. But once you've got that initial data in there, then you're off and running. And needs, I was going to say manipulation. That's not the right word. Very little updating. I mean, prices are going up every single day at the moment, so that's easy to do. If I had a new machine, things like that. So how user friendly is your system?
So it's really user friendly, and it was like always like that. So we always assumed that, well, manufacturers, really want to focus on what they do best. It's exactly like manufacturing the parts, and we really want them to, keep doing that, of course. So that's why, again, so the system's very intuitive. We intentionally designed it the way where it's really easy to use. It's not like you need to know math or you need to, work with the formulas or something like that. It's really intuitive, so you just need to do a few things. And again, in most of the cases, the very first step, it's one time thing. So basically you upload your parts, get your pricing ready, and then you can use it. So, and of course, at any point of time you can just go back to the back office, adjust something at discounts or something like that, and go online with that. But again, so it's really, really intuitive, really easy to use, and basically it's plug and play. Yeah.
That's it, nice and simple. I'm going to throw this out at you, and I'm going to put you on the spot here, Oscar. How many people? I mean, we're dragging no disrespect to engineers, but some of them still doing on Excel, quoting on Excel spreadsheets, for example, and they need to be. Some of them do need to be dragged into the 21st century. But how many, as a percentage of customers, do you think have actual e-commerce on their website? How easy is that to set up? But also, other customers, when they're quoting in the background, how many have gone? It's like being an eye-opening experience. They realise that actually they're totally misquoting and making a lot of losses on, well, not a lot, some losses on some products or projects, and making big profits on others where they could maybe be more competitive. So that's three things there.
Sure,
How many
yeah.
going e-commerce? I can't remember what the second one was, and then how many have actually gone? Oh, this is an absolute eye-opener for me.
Yeah, so a couple of things there. The first thing I'd say is we serve a couple of markets. So machining and laser cutting, 2D cutting.
Yep.
We automate quotes for. So very much metalworking market primarily. We also automate for the additive manufacturing market, and we're also working towards injection molding now as well. So there's a couple of markets, but if we stick to CNC for that first question, how many of our customers use the tools internally versus having the e-commerce tools on their website? I'd say it's growing, first of all, because even those using the internal software for speeding up quoting and replacing those spreadsheets, very quickly realizing how easy it is to suddenly have an e-commerce option as well. And they're offering either estimates or firm quotations and online ordering on their website following adopting the DigiFabster tool internally. And I'd say if I had to hazard a guess as to how many used it internally versus on their website, just in the CNC market, it would probably be around 60%,
Oh wow.
with
Okay.
40% still, yet to take that leap to e-commerce. There's various reasons for that. Some people want to get comfortable with the software before they put it on their website. Some people just aren't ready for e-commerce. They're not set up to deal with the capacity. They don't have the capacity rather to deal with the orders. Because you can almost guarantee that the second you offer instant quoting online, if there's people finding your website, there's going to be more people ordering parts. That is something that we see all the time. So people just want to be ready to handle that increase in orders before they go ahead and put it online. Your second question was, how do we put it online? If you can copy and paste, you can put it online. You literally copy and paste a single URL link, pop that in your website. You've suddenly got an e-commerce store. So you better be ready to start accepting those orders.
Just clarify, it's that simple, because if I've assuming I've got a website, I'm an engineer, I've got a website. I don't know anything about websites. I really don't. I know about 5-axis mill. I know about slide head lathe. It is that simple, just to cut and paste, and I'm off and running.
Yeah, I didn't believe it either. But yeah, it's almost like magic. And as part of that kind of onboarding process, we like to get people's online tools nice and customized and branded to their own website. So it's a real seamless experience for the customer, the buyer using the tool, to go into your website and then proceed into getting an online quote as if they've never left.
Right.
Yeah, and I forgot your third question, Colin. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's right. Well, I am going to quickly come back to the fact that you've alluded that when you said 60% have gone on e-commerce, I'm absolutely amazed by that. I thought it was going to be single figures. I really did, because engineering, they do need dragging into the 20. They've got some fantastic machines, but their marketing, their websites, and quoting need to be dragged into 21st century. So 60%
Well, you've got
e-commerce
to
is.
remember the CNC shops we're working with are already the most innovative and forward thinking. So it's 60% of those shops
Right.
have now taken the step
Universal there.
towards
You're saying all
e-commerce.
the other engineers aren't.
That's a minority in the grand scheme of things. Many are yet to follow suit, but it's only a matter of time. The
Yeah,
market
no,
is
absolutely.
spoken, and for sure, this is the way things are going. So it's exciting for everyone.
Absolutely. The fact you've intimated once they've got that e-commerce site, they won't have the capacity to keep up with the orders, which is brilliant. It really is. Okay, and then the next question was, and I wrote it down and I can't find it now. So, yeah, how many people? Maybe Const, you can answer this. So you put in your initial data. You've got a guy who's been doing 20 quotes a year for the last 20 years. He's maybe, no disrespect, but in fact, in the technical corners, it was Ian from ABC Engineering, wasn't it?
That's
For those who
it.
do watch the technical corners we did. How many actually look at that data afterwards? It's in easy to use form because it's in graphs, and they look at that and go, bloody hell, or other words to that effect. I didn't know that we were overpricing here or underpricing here.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely. So that's one of the reason why we make this tool, I would say, more kind of visual. So basically, once you uploaded the data, you can see, my pricing is this, and DigiFabster pricing is this. So you can see, like, if you really price your parts consistently. So that's important, of course. And again, like, another interesting aspect, that, let's say, machine shop have like several engineers, like 2 3 4, quoting managers, I mean, that quoting the parts. And the problem is, in most of the cases, those people price parts differently. And obviously, in many cases, it can affect the margin, of course, because again, margin in manufacturing could be as thin as like 7%, I think, or 8%, something like that. And of course, uh, one of the reasons why we push these people to use, e-commerce, to use our tool, it's consistency. It's one of the thing. And second thing, that you have very good chances to basically improve your margin. So you can do things like, again, offer things like, let's say, rush delivery or rush shipping, something like that. And you can offer this for some premium, you know like more like 10%, 15%. And the thing is, people is actually willing to pay that because they really need. It's, again, we're talking about like, still talking about like small batch manufacturing. In many cases, those people really want to get these parts as soon as possible, like, I mean, ideally tomorrow, of course. And that's why they okay to pay premium for that. So yes, I mean, it's many reasons why to use e-commerce. And yeah, it's overall can really improve your margin as well. Yeah.
Okay, Oscar, as a salesman, you've done a great sales job. I'm really bought into this. I have actually used the 7-day trial. 7-day trial. How long is it actually going to take me to be onboarded? So I'm up, and I know I can go the e-commerce with a cut and paste, but actually on board with the actual system.
Well, as a salesman, anything as quick as one day.
Right.
As a non-salesman, anything as quick as one day.
Same answer. That's perfect.
Genuinely speaking, some people go live with the tool on their website and start selling parts on day one. Some people start selling parts as part of the free trial. They see success that quickly that even during their 7-day free trial,
Oh, wow.
they've got order requests coming in. So, I mentioned customization and branding and getting the tool to look and feel like your website in order to make it a bit more of a seamless experience for the customer. That can take a bit of time. We have a busy team that work through that with you. So that can take a week or two. But normally we're the ones waiting for customers to decide on their layout and things rather than the other way around. So in the simplest cases,
they haven't got enough time to deal with all that, have they? So
exactly, yeah. Colors and branding sometimes get pushed down the list for them. They're working on parts, which is only a good thing,
Absolutely, I know that's good. Okay, so not great system. You've got so you've done all the algorithms in the background, so it's nice and easy to use, nice and easy to onboard. In terms of actual types of machining, if I send in a CAD file, will your algorithm work out what type of, assuming we're going CNC route here, will it work out what type of machining you've got to doing, whether it's 5-axis or sliding head or fixed head? And then also tying in with that, how easy is it to upload the different machines I've got? So 2 questions there. Identify what type of product process and uploading the machines.
Yeah, some people set up DigiFabster such that it replicates all the machines they've got on the shop floor. So they'll set up, every machine, and each machine has its own parameters, and then each machine has its own materials. Some machine shops will just set up 2 or 3 different pricing strategies. One strategy might be called large parts, one might be called small parts, and they've got a third pricing strategy that triggers everything to be manually reviewed, for example. So you can be as specific or as generic as you like with regards to setting up the pricing strategies or machines specifically. There's no limit to how many you could set up. Often people set up services and materials and post-processing that they don't actually offer in-house, just because if you're able to offer it on that quoting page and you've got the facility to subcontract it, why wouldn't you offer it? It's all about upselling. And when a customer's part of that sort of increase in margin that Const mentioned is because when a customer's going through that experience and everything's there on one page, the batch prices, express services, additional options that they can pick, people do have a tendency to pick more than what they otherwise would if they received a PDF quotation 3 days later, because they're never going to go back and upsell something to themselves if it means waiting another 3 days for a quote. Whereas if they can tick express delivery and pay 20% more, they probably will do.
All right, so you're deburring, you're anodizing, you're polishing, tick all those, and it'll build it all in automatically.
Yeah. So with regards to setting up the machines and things, I think your question was how long does that take?
How easy is it essentially?
As Const mentioned, we take 10 parts for each material, and they can be the same 10 parts, but the price, of course, for each part would be different depending on the material. So we'd often take 10 parts as a benchmarking set. Then you'd give us the price for those 10 parts in brass, price for those 10 parts in aluminium, price for those 10 parts in steel, whatever you offer, plastic, whatever it might be. And effectively, we'll run that exercise, analyze the geometry, look for correlations and trends between those parts, analyze the features, things like complexity and fragility, and all the other secret sauce that goes into that, and effectively pump out a graph with our prices versus yours, ready for you to tweak and fine tune.
Okay, so I'm thinking now, and I'll go to you on this console. I want an impeller made, probably not of aluminium, but we'll go, I don't know, a tough material. I want an impeller made, so it's going to be quite complex. Your algorithm will look at that, will look at your machining capabilities, and actually work out a given estimated cycle time as well. And that will all be built into that pricing.
So something that we have built in called complexity bracketing system. So basically, with this system, we are able to identify the complexity of the part and put the cycle time as well per part. So that's one of the way how we can make sure that our pricing is accurate as well. Yeah.
There you go. Nice and simple. So again, you guys over in California, they've got the brains the size of planets. So you've done all the algorithm side of things. And no disrespect to Oscar, he's got the easy side. He's just got to sell the product. Is that fair?
I mean, yeah, my job's made nice and easy by such a good product that tends to sell itself. I mean, if you can upload 10 parts and 10 prices, you can start offering instant quoting. It really is.
Okay, that's good. Nice and simple. So when I actually want a quote, going back to just covering off the inconsistencies. So, you might have three guys pricing, or Ian from ABC will go back to Ian again. You might be having a good day, a bad day. You might have a mate. You might have someone who dislikes. You're taking all those inconsistencies out of that pricing, and then it's streamlined. It's made it all the same sort of the same level. But I've now got that pricing in place. I want a quote from you guys. What do I need to send through to get a quote?
As a buyer of Ian's machine shop.
Yep.
I just upload your CAD file. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Nice and simple. So CAD file.
Yeah.
And then I can have variables, not so much variables in terms of material, because you're not going to know what material, tolerances, quantities, and things like that.
Yeah, so whether it's Ian making the quote using DigiFabster, or Ian's buyer using the quote on Ian's website, making a quote on Ian's website, largely the same parameters. Things like tolerance, material, various hole treatments, post-processing treatments, whether it's anodizing or painting or grinding, whatever it might be.
Yep.
Select the quantity, of course. There's a nice batch pricing table there as well, which is going to include discounts and various efficiencies that come with setting up materials once and things, and then order just as if you were buying a replacement battery pack on Amazon. It's just a nice tidy workflow. Pop your address in there and make an instant payment if that's something that's appropriate at the time. If it did trigger some sort of review, perhaps Ian would be pinged just to let him know that maybe a complex order of some sort is required. He's required to take a look. So there's a lot of manual triggers and flags in there just to make sure nothing's going out that Ian's not happy with.
I'm thinking this is a very dangerous thing, because I'll be sitting at home tonight, not ordering quotes for components, but you're sitting there and you're thinking, I need one of those. So you go onto Amazon or Amazon Prime or are other delivery people available? Probably not like that. And I'll just order that, and you end up next day it gets delivered. So people are going onto your system, and it's just made that simple. I mean, that's making it sound very basic, but it is that simple.
For a lot of people, on-demand manufacturing is a buzzword for a lot of people, but for us and for our customers, on-demand manufacturing means on-demand manufacturing. You get a quote whenever you want, and you order it there and then, and it really is on-demand manufacturing. So it's no longer kind of a buzzword, futuristic concept. It is what you are able to do right now with the right software.
And I know this is this is a podcast, it's audio. Const is feverishly nodding his head in the background. Anything you want to add on that side of things?
You mean the sign on the background?
No. As in terms of how easy it is to order, and it's a dangerous thing because you're making it so simple.
Yeah, I mean, something that I always keep in mind that probably a few things. So, I mean, people really used to using things like Amazon, like Shopify, a lot of the things that make purchasing very easy. And of course, it's really good for the economy, obviously. And I mean, something that we're doing here at DigiFabster is pretty much the same. Like, we're not only helping those machine shops to to be more efficient and to to quote parts faster, but at the same time, just overall, like, we're helping buyers to again make this process as easy as possible, like basically allow you to order more parts in the future. Of course, we're helping buyers to again make this process as easy as possible, like basically allow you to order more parts in the future. Of course, marketplaces that now allowing instant quoting and stuff like that. So people finally used to it, which is good for us, of course, and which is good for competition overall, because again, so more and more buyers pushing those machine shops to guys, you have to have online experience, you have to have instant quoting. We used to it finally, so it's good. I mean, it's competition, of course. It's good for everyone. Yeah.
Absolutely. Gentlemen, we're almost half an hour into this, and I've got lots more questions to ask and things to cover off. I am going to stop you there, and we'll do another podcast in due course to cover those off, if that's all right with you guys. It really is. So,
Sounds perfect.
okay, that's good. But in a nutshell, well, actually, Const, great little bit there, but I need a 30-second summary as a say. Oh, you're going to take Oscar's job here and sell DigiFabster to me in 30 seconds.
So yeah, so DigiFabster is for anyone that running machine shop and want to allow buyers to to buy online within a seconds. Yeah.
There you go. Less than 10 seconds, I would say. They're not I was timing. Oscar, you're the salesman for the whole world apart from North America. Maybe slightly wrong there. If people want to get in contact with you guys, two options. What are they, please?
Sure, yeah, I'd say certainly get in touch. Don't fall behind. You can email me, oscar.cuts@digifabster.com. My email's scattered all over. You'll find it on the website. We're also on our sort of web chat on our website as well. So talk to us on there. And yeah, by all means, start a free trial. We're more than happy to put our money where our mouth is in that sense.
Brilliant.
Help you set up your pricing as part of that trial, and who knows, you might even start seeing orders via DigiFabster as part of that trial.
So as a final point then, you've actually had people win business off the back of the free trial.
Exactly. And needless to say, they were quick to sign up to DigiFabster to see more of that coming.
Brilliant. Yeah, and I've got loads more. I do have loads more questions, guys. We will tee up another time and get another podcast booked, if that's right with you. So in a nutshell, what we started off with at the beginning was basically we're going to win more. Engineers will win more business by doing less. Simple as that. So Const Ivanov, thank you for joining us all the way over in California. Oscar, not quite so flash. Where are you at the moment?
West Midlands.
Yeah, sorry about that, mate. And I'm in sunny Northamptonshire, so even less. I don't know what the right word is, but anyway, gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving us a brief insight into DigiFabster. We look forward to the next podcast. That's Colin from MTDCNC podcast. Const, Oscar, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you. Bye now.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the MTD podcast. If you found value in this episode, please subscribe and leave a rating and review. Find more episodes on mtdcnc.com.